Thanks for coming back for the next episode of Sleeping Beauty, the progression of how I got the Jaguar Mk2 back on the road. So in this episode, I'm going to be talking about the first steps in getting towards cranking the engine over. It's a very important step that I'm going to be showing you, and hopefully you'll find it interesting. So on the barn find videos on YouTube, what they do is they just connect up a battery and sometimes a plastic bottle full of fuel, crank the engine, and of course off it goes, and they drive to Arkansas or wherever they're going. You know, this is a fairly special car, so I didn't want to risk anything. The car hasn't run for probably 15 years, so what I'm going to try and do firstly is to verify that the motor actually turns over. Now, you've got to be a bit careful doing this. We don't know if it's seized up or what, so I cleaned the valley up a bit just with a rag and some degreaser before I pulled the plugs out, and that all sort of came up okay. And what I've done now is I've pulled each of the plugs out. I don't have one of those stethoscope camera things, so we'll just see how we go with this. Now, what I've just done is I've sprayed a little bit of diesel fuel down into the bores, and I did that a couple of days ago, and now what I'll do is pour some light sewing machine oil down the plug hole. So this is the sort of thing you can use, just something light. So just a few drops. And so that will sit there for a couple of days. Shaft pulley, which you can't really see, is a big hex nut. Now, I didn't have a socket to fit that, so I had to go down and find one. And I think it was about $15. I'll probably never use it again, but anyway. So you can see what the clearance is like here. There's no chance of getting down there with a spanner or anything. Put the socket on, and the spanner attached to the socket. Well, not a spanner, but a wrench, and just gently turned it over by hand. It sort of moved. One problem with just connecting a battery up and giving the crank on the starter motor is there might be a stuck valve. Yes, the starter motor might get the pistons going up and down, but if there's a stuck valve, which apparently on these there can be, and you get a collision between the valve and the piston, then it's all over, and I wasn't looking forward to any dramas like that. So the next thing I did was to change the oil and the filter, because there's no way I was going to start a car that hadn't been started for 15 years without decent oil in it. And when I drained the oil, what came out was like syrup. So thank goodness I did that. Thanks for watching episode 5. In the next episode, I'll be showing you the next thing that I did.